Oops! I think I triggered a congressional inquiry. Stay tuned. I'll give you guys details. Look at that deer herd. There's 8 of them out there. Cool. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Beautiful day, it's warming up. I think we can safely say goodbye winter, hello spring. Yeah, I gotta go up and check the mail, so I'll take you guys with me and I'm gonna share with you guys what I meant by oops. I think I triggered a congressional inquiry. Yeah. So a couple of things happened that kind of irritated me. I went to log on to my web page for communicating with Social Security and the VA. Well, like I mentioned in an earlier video, I explained it, is they adjusted their system. They added another level of security to their system. So when I go into log in to Social Security or VA or even Robinhood, I haven't been able to do my stocks for a long time because they added this other level of security. And with the government federal ID me situation, they want to verify your ID to make sure it's you. Well, completely blocks me out. I can't get in there, and here's why. We live in this canyon up in this remote little valley tucked up in the hills, and these hills is what prevents cell signal from getting into the valley. And so I don't own a cell phone with service because we don't get service out here. And since I'm retired now and I spend most of my time here at home, I didn't feel justified to go buy a cell phone, buy cell service plan, just to use it when I'm in town, which is not frequently. So now I kind of like not having a cell phone because when I'm in town, I'm on some me time. I'm taking my break from everything and I'm just doing my own thing and enjoying life as it should, running errands, focusing on my thoughts and not being hassled by phone calls. It's okay. Don't get me wrong. We have a phone line, we have a wired in phone line, and we do have internet up here. So I'm able to communicate through the internet. Thus is why I was trying to communicate with Social Security and VA. But they blocked me from getting in and communicating with them through the internet because they have that extra level of security. That's okay, that's fine, but they don't offer any other alternatives. So with the lack of alternative, I can't communicate with them, except for if I can go down physically to the Social Security office or go physically to the local veterans to get my business done. But I can't go and communicate and try communicating with them through their phone system. My God, it's phone tree hell. It's horrible. I can never get through to them. So, yeah, I can't communicate. So I have to make them communicate with me by mail only because they block me out. What they're doing is to verify that final level of to validate that I am the person who I say I am, to be able to log into my account on VA and Social Security, is they need to send me a text with a link to it to go to a video verification chat. I don't have a cell phone to send a link to through a cell phone number to do a video thing with a cell phone, which I don't have. I don't have cell service. I don't have cell signal. I don't own a cell phone. And there's a lot of people who don't. We are, well, it's kind of, how would you put it? It's discriminatory. A technological discrimination is what I'm going to call it. And what I'm also going to add is I had to do a non-invasive medical procedure yesterday. So what it takes, I have a pacemaker because I have heart issues because I was exposed to Agent Orange while in the military. That's why I have VA. Can't communicate to VA. And I can't even transmit from home the data from my pacemaker. I have to do that 3 times a year and go in the office once a year. So they give me this device that needs to link up with a cell tower. Come on, people. Technology is really overthinking and excluding a big part of the population out who don't get cell signal. Now, some of you may be asking, well, I can get that, whatever you call it, Elon Musk, Tesla link, the satellites in the sky. No, we can't. I looked into it. There is no satellites that could get a signal, a transceiving signal here in this canyon where I live in this little valley. No. The only communication we have is through a wired in phone. That's what we got. We also have internet. That's what we've got. No cell signal. We can do smoke signals, but not in the summertime. Smoke signals just don't work here in the summertime. So with my frustration and all of not being able to do business like they want me to do, and I can't, I'm excluded, I went ahead and picked up the phone and I called 2 of my legislators, Senator Merkley's office and Senator Robinson's office, and I got calls back from both of them, and they have 2 teams each looking into it. 2 of them are dealing with VA, 2 of them are dealing with Social Security, because they indicated to me that, yeah, that is a problem. It is a big problem because they've gotten other calls on it. And the one team member says that with this and the federal ID thing, at least that part of it goes, she goes, well, this is going to trigger a congressional inquiry into why are they excluding a vast number of other people who don't have cell phones, because there's no option in the computer to try to validate or verify my ID in the computer. It just doesn't work. So I want to thank Merkley's office and Robinson's office that you guys called me, and you're going to get in busy and try to tackle this problem, because I don't want to have to go clear into town to take care of stuff I can take care of over the phone, which the phone system is so wrapped up now. You go through phone tree hell just to try to get somebody. It takes hours, where you can do it instantly online, or they won't want to let you do it online because you can't verify your identity with their system. It's their choice. It wasn't that way last year. I was able to communicate fine. I was able to validate my identity fine. But with a new upgrade in the system, I'm locked out, and so are others. So that's what I meant when I said, oops, I triggered a congressional inquiry. And this is kind of important too, is if you're going to include a population and exclude another part of the population because of technology, that's discrimination. It's not race discrimination, it's just technological discrimination. It's stupid. They're just overthinking the process. And even with the medical device and transmitting it, The old medical device I had, I could just plug right into a modem and it just transmit right out, no problem, I mean, fine. But they improved the system where it blocked me out. Now I have to go down to the village and get the thing. I have to go 6 miles down the road, that's 12 miles round trip, to plug my transmitter device into my portable DeWalt energy component, and I get AC, and then I can just take it and just transmit it sitting at a picnic table in the middle of the parking lot for a whole world to watch it happen. And then I have to do that 3 times a year and then go into the clinic once a year. So it's an inconvenient. And when I was down there, I actually found out there's more in my community that have to do the exact same thing that I do to transmit their medical data with implanted medical devices, because they built their technology where they just couldn't plug it into their phone system and do it from home. You have to link up through a cell tower. That's a problem. And it's kind of nice to live in a cell tower free zone. Yeah, I think from what I've been reading, it's healthier lifestyle living out here like this. And also, I don't have a phone glued to my ear all the time. And when I talk to people, I don't have a cell phone that I'm sitting there and communicating with my friends and ignoring my friendships and stuff. I'm totally engaged in a conversation with my friends, looking at them in the eye and listening to what they have to say and actually engaging with them. That's what we did when I was a kid. Every place I go now in restaurants, you see the whole family sitting around the table and they all got their nose in the phone. I don't know what's so interesting on those devices that really distracts them from family time. No wonder why the state of the world is the way it is. It's because of this stupid technology. Anyway, I made it to my mailbox. Gonna get my mail, go home. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a frugal homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Please stay tuned for my next rant, okay? And I'll give you an update of what's going on. Also, there's neat things coming up. I'm getting ready to start a whole new episode of film. We're going to be filming, well, I'm teaming up with my neighbor, and he's got an animal preserve. He's preserving these animals, trying to save them. Anyway, he's got elephants, he's got a rhino, he's got some ostrich, tortoises, cats, bison, and we're going to be doing a show, an ongoing series, so stay tuned for that series. And then also, if you're a Homestead Rescue fan and you guys are fans of Marty Rainey, stay tuned, because in real soon I'm going to be, something really special happened. We had a conversation with Marty Rainey, and I'll be showing you that. And I got my art ready for an art exhibit. Actually, it's going to be 3 shows, 2 art galleries, and they'll be next month, but I get them down there at the end of this month. So stay tuned for those announcements, and I'll take you guys along. I'll take the camera along, and you guys can see the whole thing. Anyway, be safe, always be kind. We'll see you guys in my next adventure. Bye-bye now.